Hey guys, welcome to the 60-minute yoga for the hips class. You can come down onto your mat into a comfortable kneeling position. Knees about as wide as your mat. Big toes come in to touch. And just sit back onto your heels for a moment. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. You might feel your ankles and your feet here. And that's okay. But just taking a slow, deep breath in as you close your eyes here. And then a nice big sigh out of your mouth. Just starting to let go of any thoughts that might be running around in your mind. And you can slowly walk your hands forwards, gently coming down into child's pose. Arms extended, forehead down on the mat, eyes closed. And just take a moment here to really connect with the present moment. Feel the touch of your arms and hands pressing against the mat. Feel the movement of your breath. Just beginning to let go, beginning to clear the mind, and beginning to become more present. And if you feel like this is a bit of a strain or a little bit too difficult to keep your forehead down, maybe your legs or back are really tight, feel free to bring your hands into little fists and to just gently rest your forehead on your hands. And this should help to alleviate some of the pressure in the back or in the hips and the thighs. And if you can, try to breathe a little bit more deeply. Maybe you can exhale a little bit more fully. Giving yourself permission to just be 100% present on your mat for the duration of this class. And taking a moment to set your intention for your practice. Whatever your reason is for coming onto your mat today, just honoring that reason, honoring your reason for choosing to be here. Whatever you're here to connect with, whatever you're here to learn or practice, just honor that reason. And then very slowly make your way up to tabletop, keeping your knees nice and wide for today. So we're going to bring our hands and our wrists below our shoulders, fingers nice and wide. And you can keep your knees about mat distance, toes turned in. And you're going to take a few slow, deep breaths and start to move with your breath. So we're going to inhale, dropping our belly, rolling the shoulders back and lifting our nose to the ceiling. Keep pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears and really try to send the tailbone up. And as you exhale, begin to round the spine, pushing with your hands. Tuck in your chin and tuck your tailbone under, maybe squeezing the glutes a little bit here. And again, inhaling, dropping the belly, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the nose and sending your tailbone up. And then exhaling as you round your spine, tuck your tailbone, squeeze and engage. Inhale to lift and arch. And then exhale as you round. Keep moving with your breath here, arching as you inhale, lifting and opening the chest. And exhaling to round and tuck. Two more. Inhale, arch. Really feel what's going on in your spine. Feel what's going on in your hips. Notice how your shoulders feel, how your wrists feel. Not judging, just allowing yourself to become aware. And then coming to stillness, you can begin to do a few gentle hip circles here. So just rolling your hips out to the side, maybe bringing your weight over your wrists here, starting to wake up the hands, and then gently back towards the heels. So just checking in with the hips. Maybe you want to start to involve the shoulders a little bit, rolling in the shoulders a little. Stay connected to your breath. Notice what's going on in the sides of your body. And we're going to slowly change directions. So whichever way you were going, just very gently begin to circle your hips the other way. Moving nice and slowly, being present, acknowledging what's going on for you, what's happening in your body. Acknowledging maybe your mind is still very busy, that's okay. Maybe you've got clicking joints, that's also okay. Just checking in. And then very gently making your way to stillness at tabletop. And you can bring your knees underneath your hips now and just turn one of your wrists, it doesn't matter which one, gently over, pressing down very gently into the back of your hand. So this is going to start to send the stretch up the front of the forearm and through the back of the wrist, or front of the wrist rather. And then gently switching sides, so whichever side you were doing, just very gently turning the other hand over. Very gentle pressure here. Please don't press down hard into your wrist. We're just opening our wrists up, stretching them the other way. Good job. One more time each side. Good job, guys. Alrighty, so we're going to start to work into the hips and into the glutes. So really just building a little bit of heat, a little bit of power, and starting to activate and wake up those hips and those glutes. So you're going to slowly extend the right leg back, toes down to the ground. Be aware of arching into your back here. See if you can lengthen through your tailbone, turn the baby toes down towards the ground and draw the belly button in. What often happens here is that people collapse into their shoulders. So see if you can push away from the ground and create a nice stable foundation. Keep activating here, trying to lift up through the hamstrings. So notice if your leg is starting to bend or collapse. See if you can really push through your back leg, activate all the way through to your heel. Keep pushing away from the ground with the hands and draw the belly button in. We're going to hold here for another 5, breathing deep. 4, 3, stay present with your breath. 2, keep engaging the core. 1, good job, guys. Inhale, point the toe now. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, crunching. Inhale, bring your knee out to the side like a fire hydrant. So lifting your knee out to the side and then gently extending the leg back. Holding here, point the toe, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, out to the side. Exhale, sending it back. Hold, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale. Draw the belly in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, out to the side, fire hydrant. Exhale, sending it back. Good job, guys. We're going to start to just engage a little bit further. So very small pulses here, lifting the thigh, like you're trying to lift your hamstring to the ceiling. For another 6, 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release back to tabletop. Take a moment here. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift your nose arch. You can sway your hips a little bit if you like. And exhale, rounding your spine. Coming to a flat back, we're going to take it to the other side. So slowly extending the left leg back, toes down to the ground. Draw your baby toes down, draw the belly button in, push away from the ground with your hands, creating a nice stable foundation. Hold and breathe. 5, gaze directly down. 4, you've got this. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Pointing your left toes now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, crunch at center. Inhale, extend your leg out to the side, fire hydrant. And then exhale, pressing the leg back, pointing your toe. Again, inhaling here. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, fire hydrant. Exhale back. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, fire hydrant. Exhale, extend the leg back. Good job, guys. Holding here, we're going to do a couple of pulses. So little pulses with the leg, trying to draw your hamstring up towards the ceiling for 6, 5, 4. Engage the core. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release back to tabletop. Tucking your toes, walk your hands gently towards your knees. Come into a squat at the back of the mat, so lifting your knees off of the ground. And then just get a little bit of movement here. So maybe you want to come high onto your toes and just check in with the feet. Maybe this is really difficult for you and maybe you can't actually sit here comfortably. If that's the case, don't worry about it. You can lift your bum a little bit. Do whatever feels right for you. And just get a little bit of movement in your feet, in your ankles. Maybe you want to rock your weight forwards. Maybe you want to see if you can come all the way back, dropping or trying to drop the heel. So really feeling that stretch into your ankles. And then you can step your feet mat distance or wider, turning your toes out and gently drop your bum down towards the heels. So this is Goddess Squat Malasana. Bring your elbows between your knees, not your eels, your elbows between your knees, hands together in prayer at the chest, and see if you can lift up through the crown of the head. So you might be on the tips of your toes here, holding sort of over here because your ankles are super tight. That's absolutely fine. It'll come with time. If you're struggling, just grab yourself a cushion or a towel or something and place it underneath your heels. Otherwise, if you can keep your heels down, that's awesome. Just lift up through the crown of the head. No hunchbacking it, please. Roll the shoulders back, lift, 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 and try and draw the tailbone down. Holding here for another 5, focus in on the breath. 4, use your elbows to push the knees out. 3, stay present with your breath. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Release your hands down. Gently lifting your hips towards the ceiling into a wide-legged forward fold here. You can turn your toes forwards if you like, but keep your knees significantly bent. So there's no need to just straighten out into your forward fold here. Just keep the knees nice and bent. Relax your head and neck. Just allow yourself to become heavy. Heavy into your arms, heavy into your feet, heavy into your head. Maybe you can give your head a gentle shake. Yes and no. Maybe you want to shrug your shoulders a couple of times here. And then we're going to very, very slowly begin to walk our hands from side to side. And just swaying the hips very gently as you do so. And from this position or from this gentle movement, just start to tune into your hips. Start to notice how they feel. Notice how your lower back feels. Notice any tension, any discomfort. Not judging yourself, guys, not placing a label on it that it's good or bad, because it's not good or bad, it just is. And then letting it go, just becoming aware. And then you can gently come back to stillness at center and heel toe your feet to hip distance. So keeping your weight gently forwards towards the balls of your feet. Try not to sit back into your heels here. Shift your weight forwards to the balls of the feet. Send your tailbone up towards the ceiling instead of tucking it down. Keep your knees nice and bent. Relax your head and neck. And then just take a hold of your elbows here. And allow your arms, your head, and your neck to become heavy. So this is called ragdoll. And you're just going to hang out here and really feel how the weight of your body starts to drop into your hips. And just breathe into this activation in the hips here. Keep the weight forwards. Keep your head and neck relaxed. And then very gently release your elbows and inhale, roll your spine all the way up to standing. At the top, exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Good job. Take a slow, deep breath in. Reach all the way up. Lengthen through your arms, through the whole body. Big stretch. And then exhale, slowly floating it down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll your spine all the way up. Take your time. Exhale to roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Big stretch through the whole body. Draw up through the fingertips, down through the feet. And then exhale, bend the knees and gently float it down. One more. Inhale, rolling it up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Send the gaze up. Draw up through your fingertips, down through the feet. Really elongate, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale, floating it down. Good job, guys. Inhaling, halfway lift this time. Hands to your shins or your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. See if you can maybe straighten the legs, but keep the back nice and flat. And then exhale, fold it forwards and begin to walk your hands forwards into downward dog. Keep your fingers nice and wide. Try to elongate the spine. Keep your knees bent if you need to. So if your hamstrings are super tight today, then maybe just keep your knees nice and bent. If you feel like you've got it in you, feel free to drop the heels, but notice if you're rounding in your spine as you do so. If that's the case, rather bend the knees and send your tailbone up, flattening the back. And then just take a moment here to very gently pedal out the heels. Just taking a moment to really check in. How do your calves feel? How do your ankles feel? Maybe you want to even lift a foot and give your ankle some circles. How do your hands feel? Really press down through all 10 knuckles in the hands. How do the shoulders feel? And then give your head a very gentle shake, yes or no. Make sure that the neck is nice and relaxed. Inhaling, right leg slowly lifts, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step your right foot forwards, releasing the left knee down. and then bringing your hands to your upper thigh. So we're going into a 90-90 stretch. So make sure that your front leg is at a 90-degree angle, ankle aligned with your knee, and that your back leg is at a 90-degree angle. And then if you find that you're wobbling a little bit, just squeeze the inner thighs together, creates a little bit of stability here, or if you need to, even step your feet or make your stance a little bit wider so you've got a nice big stance to balance on. Then connect your fingers, placing your hands on the upper thigh, and gently tuck your tailbone under. So naturally you'll be relaxed here. Try to tuck the tailbone under. Really pull your tailbone down towards the ground, trying to pull your groin up and forward. So tucking under with your pelvis here. Push away from your thigh with your hand, so you're not leaning into your thigh. Really press away from your thigh with your hands. Tuck under, pull the belly button in and engage your core here. And we're going to hold for 10. So this is a 90-90 stretch. You can push into your front foot if you like. See if you can squeeze that left glute. For another 5, breathe deep. 4, 3, you've got this, keep engaging. 2, very normal, very big stretch down here. So if you're feeling a super hectic stretch, that's absolutely fine. Stay present with it. 1, good job, guys. Gentle release forwards into your deep lunge or Anjaneyasana and release the toes. So take a moment here, just feel it out. Maybe you can drop your hips a little bit lower. Maybe you can actually start to push down into the left thigh and encourage your hips a little bit further forwards. Either way, please don't lean forwards into that front thigh. Try to roll the shoulders back and lift up through your heart. So nice tall body, really lifting away from your right thigh. Press down into that left knee, and we're going to start to move nice and slowly with our breath. So you're going to inhale, push into your front foot, coming up, squeeze and engage through that left glute, and then exhale to soften and release forwards. We're going to go for 4 more of those. Push into your front foot, inhale, tuck and squeeze, and then exhale to release. Good job, guys. 3 more. Inhale up, tuck and squeeze, really feel the stretch down the hip flexor, and then exhale to release. Good job. 2 more. Inhaling up, tuck and squeeze, and release. Last one. Coming up, inhale, tuck and squeeze, and release. Good job. Bring your hands to the inside edge of your right leg and heel toe that foot to the outside edge of the mat. Gently tuck your tailbone under, so we're coming into lizard lunge here. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your left toes and then lift the knee. So we're going into an active lizard lunge, not a passive stretch. So push back through your left heel and slowly pull forwards through your right knee. So you're creating this push-pull action through your legs. Try to keep your groin nice and low. Flat back if you can. Gaze directly down. Hold and breathe. Really engage this back quad. So don't let it become soft and relaxed. Push through your heel. Engage the quad for 5. You got this. 4. 3. Keep pushing and pulling. 2. Stay present with the breath. 1. Good job, guys. Release your left knee down and slowly heel toe your right foot across the mat, coming into pigeon pose. Plant your right hand. Take a hold of your right ankle with your left hand and just pull the foot back gently, placing your leg diagonally across your mat. Walk your left leg back. Check in. Ankle, knee, and hip should be aligned. Right knee on the outside of your right hip. Take a slow, deep breath in as you lift up through the heart. And then exhale, fold it all the way down. Come onto your forearms, release your forehead down. And just take a moment here to breathe. Notice what's going on in that right glute. Notice what's going on in the right side of your back. Notice if you're gripping or clenching your jaw. If that's the case, just try to relax and soften your jaw. Holding here for one more deep breath. And very slowly come up onto your hands. Tucking the left toes, walk your back leg in slightly so you've got a nice strong grip, or rather a good foundation for going into plank. Lift the knee, engaging the legs, push away from your hands, or rather away from the ground with your hands, and then gently step back to plank. Take a deep breath in here, squeezing your glutes, engage the core, and then exhale all the way down to the belly. Good job, guys. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale up for cobra, sending your hips down, heart up. Don't snap the head back, crown of the head to the ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly take it up and back to downward dog. Again, remember to elongate the spine, spread the fingers. Maybe you can draw the belly button in, relax the head and neck. And if you like, feel free to get a little bit of movement in your down dog. Always just checking in and staying present with what's going on for you. On your next inhale, lift the left leg all the way up into the air, three-legged down dog. And as you exhale, step your left foot forwards, releasing your right knee, coming into your 90-90 stretch. Bring your hands to the upper thigh. Set yourself up. Remember, if you are rocking and rolling a little bit here, just widen your stance and then squeeze the inner thighs together a little bit to create that stability towards your midline. Check in with your stance, 90 degrees with your front leg, 90 degrees with your second leg, your back leg, your second leg. Connect your fingers, bring your hands to your upper thigh, and then tuck the pelvis under. So really engage, tuck under. Pull the belly button in, engage your core, and push away from your thigh with your hands. Hold and breathe here for 10. Really engage. 9. Focus on the breath. 8. Keep squeezing your right glute. 7. 6. You've got this. 5. 4. Feel that stretch through the front of your hip flexor. 3. 2. 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release forwards. If you release forwards and you notice that your knee goes over your ankle like this, just take a moment to heel toe your foot or to inch your foot forwards so that you've got that alignment. We don't want our ankle sitting behind our knee. So gently pressing down into your right knee, pressing forwards and through with the groin. So really tuck under with your tailbone, keep pushing forwards here. Feel that stretch through the front of your right hip flexor now. You can keep your hands on your upper thigh, roll the shoulders back and lift up through the heart. And just take a moment to breathe here. Feel what's going on for you. Notice if your hips are twisting or turning in any way. See if you can keep your hips nice and square to the front of the mat. And we're going to move with our breath slowly. So inhale, push into your front foot, tuck the pelvis under, squeeze your right glute to engage, and then exhale, releasing forwards. 4 more. Inhale up. Squeeze that right glute. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhaling up. Tuck and squeeze. And release. Good job, guys. 2 more. Inhale up. And release. Last one. Inhale, tuck and squeeze. And release. Good job, guys. Releasing your hands to the inside edge of your left leg. Heel toe that left foot to the outside edge of your mat. Toes turn slightly away from you. Start to tuck your tailbone under, sending your groin towards the front of the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers wide. Tuck your right toes and lift the knee, lizard lunge. Try to drop your groin here. Push actively back through your right heel and try to gently pull forwards with your left knee. So this push-pull action, you're pushing back with the right leg and pulling forwards with your left leg. Push away from the ground with the hands, try to flatten the back, roll the shoulders away from your ears, activate your right quad, so really pull your kneecap up into your quad. Hold and breathe here for 5. 4, you've got this, keep pushing and pulling. 3, notice what's going on for you. 2, you've got this. 1, good job guys, gentle release of your right knee down. And then very slowly heel toe your left foot across your mat. Plant your left hand, take a hold of the left ankle with your right hand and pull your foot back, coming into pigeon pose. So your left leg is diagonal across your mat, left knee on the outside of your left hip, and your right ankle, knee, and hip should be aligned. So notice if your leg is splaying out to the side or maybe rolling in. See if you can get your leg nice and square. Sit back towards, or rather correct your hips back towards the front of the mat. No rolling to one hip or the other. If you need to, grab a cushion and place it underneath this left thigh. And then just roll the shoulders back for a second. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, softly fold it forwards. Coming down onto your forearms. Relax your forehead down, close the eyes. And just take a moment to reconnect with your breath again. Reconnect with what's going on in your body. What are you feeling? What's going on in your left hip? What's happening in your left glute? Your lower back. Just staying very present and aware. Acknowledging how you're feeling. And breathing deeply into any discomfort. One more nice deep breath here. And then gently come up onto your hands. We're going to take it to seated. So gently flop down onto your left hip and swing your right leg all the way around, coming to seated. So taking a moment here, extend your legs out in front of you and then just adjust your seat. So grab your seat and pull the seat bones back. Make sure your knees and toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to just go forwards gently into a forward fold. So take a slow, deep breath in, reach all the way up. Send your gaze up if you can. And as you exhale, reach forwards, 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 forwards. Now, you might not be able to come to your feet. A lot of people can't come to their feet. That's absolutely fine. If you can't reach your feet, you have an option to either use a strap or a towel, a hand towel around your feet to give you that extra length. Or what I prefer to do is to encourage my clients to just bend their knees, take a hold of their feet. So as much as you need to, take a hold of your feet, push your belly forwards onto your thighs so that you flatten your lower back, and then begin to inch your feet away. And you will hold for as long as you need to, or this will be your position for as long as you need to. And eventually what will happen is you'll be able to slowly extend through your legs. It might take a month, it might take a week, it might take 3 years. So know that everyone's body is different and it doesn't actually matter how long it takes you to be able to straighten your legs. What matters is the correct form. So take a moment here, wherever you're at, whether your legs are straight or bent. See if you can roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Maybe you can even keep lengthening up through your lower back here. And then you can just gently relax your neck. So don't snap your head down, just gentle relaxation of your neck and close your eyes. And breathe here. Acknowledge whatever it is that you're feeling for 5, 4, stay very present. 3, if you're feeling any pain or discomfort, back off if you need to. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle blink of your eyes open, releasing your feet. Roll the spine up. And then gently bend your right knee. Bring your right ankle onto your left thigh. So you want to keep your right foot flexed here. So try and keep your toes flexed towards your shin. This is one of those poses that does bite into your thigh, where your ankle bites into your thigh. If you're feeling super, super uncomfortable, feel free to go and grab a cushion or a blankie or a towel and just place it underneath your ankle. But you do get used to this. So if you are feeling your ankle biting into your thigh, just see if you can maybe just stay present with it. Wriggle around, make sure that you're sitting nice and square on your seat bones, and then see if you can draw your right knee down towards the ground using your thigh muscle. So no manhandling of your thigh, just try to draw your right knee down here. And then take a slow deep breath in, reach all the way up. And as you exhale, reach forwards, but keep your back nice and flat, and down. So just bringing your hands to either side of your calf. Keep drawing your knee down, lifting through your lower back. If you've got it in you, maybe you can inch your hands a bit further forwards. Maybe you can even go for the foot. But for a lot of people, that's not accessible, especially in the beginning of their practice, and that's absolutely fine. You can get a nice stretch, just keeping your back nice and flat here. Please don't hunch or round into this. You're going to lose half of the stretch into your lower back and your hips. So really lift through the lower back. Breathe slow and deep. Stay present and aware. And then you're going to slowly walk your hands back up. Gently bring your left hand to the ground next to you. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. You're going to lean gently to the left. Reach your right arm up and over and try and draw the right knee down a little bit deeper towards the ground. And you're going to feel a nice stretch through your side body here. So breathing for 5, keep drawing that right knee down. 4, 3, breathing deep. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gently coming up. Bring the sole of your right foot down onto the ground on the outside of your left thigh, and then hug your left arm around your right thigh. Bring your right arm behind you. Inhale to lift up through your lower back, so no hunching into this. Lift through the lower back, try push your belly towards your thigh, and then gently twist and gaze over your right shoulder. Hold and breathe here for 5. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper. So if this felt okay for you, you can go deeper. If this was really difficult, then just hang out here. So if you can go deeper, you're going to come to center, lean to the left, and bring your left heel next to your right bum cheek. So just bending that left leg underneath you. Maybe you want to wriggle around a little bit and adjust yourself. That's absolutely fine. Again, just hugging your left arm around your right thigh. Gently bring your right arm behind your back, roll the shoulders back, and lift through the crown of the head. If you're feeling pain here, please go back to the previous variation. And then gently twist and gaze over the shoulder, lifting through your lower back. Try to draw the left knee down, and notice if you're leaning completely away from the stretch. Try to keep your bum grounded, both seat bones grounded on the floor. Breathing here for 4. Lift through the lower back. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Gentle release back to center. unwrapping your legs or unpretzeling your legs. And just take a moment to very gently rock your knees side to side. Just checking in. Good job. So we're going to take it slowly to the other side. So extending your legs out in front of you. Take a moment to adjust your hips. Pulling your seat bones back. Knees and toes to the ceiling. Gently bend your left knee. Bring your left ankle onto your left thigh. Again, maybe this bites into your thigh and you need to grab yourself a blanket or a cushion. That's absolutely fine, but you will get used to this. It is one of those things you get used to. Try to draw the left knee down using your thigh muscles. So for a moment, bring your hands behind your back, draw the knee down and lift through the crown of your head. And just feel this here, feel this activation. Feel what happens when you flex your toes to your shin. Feel what happens as you try to draw your knee down. Maybe you can draw your belly button in. Breathe. And then take a nice slow deep breath in, reach up through your arms. And then exhale, reach forwards, 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 and down. Bring your fingertips to the ground, maybe on either side of your calf, and then lift through the lower back here. If you feel like you've got more in you, maybe you want to walk your hands further forwards. If you've got more in you, maybe you even want to go for the foot. That's absolutely fine. Maybe you've got more in you and you can even bow towards your knee. But if that doesn't feel right for you or you feel any pain, back off. So wherever you're at, it doesn't matter. You will be able to progress. It's just about coming onto your mat regularly. Holding for another slow deep breath here. Keep that nice flat back. Maybe you can roll the shoulders back. So please, guys, no hunching and rounding in your spine. Please keep your back nice and flat. Good job. Gently coming up. Bringing your right hand down to the ground next to you. Inhale your left arm up next to the ear and then gentle lean to the right as you draw your left thigh down. Breathing deeply for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Coming up. And then bringing the sole of your left foot down to the outside of your right thigh. Hugging your right arm around your left thigh. Lift through your lower back. Left hand behind you. So no hunching. Lift, lift, lift. Push belly forwards toward your thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently twist and gaze over your left shoulder for 5. Focus on the breath. 4. Keep lifting through the crown of the head. 3, 2, 1. Good job. If you felt no pain here and you want to go a bit deeper, then you can. Otherwise, stay where you are. Gentle release. Lean to your right. Bend the right knee or cross the right leg underneath you. Right heel next to your left bum cheek. Cross your right arm or hug your right arm around your left thigh. Again, left arm behind you. Lift through the crown of the head. Twist and gaze over the shoulder, pushing down into your left glute as well. Breathe. 5, 4. Be aware of leaning away from the stretch. Try and keep grounded on both seat bones. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release back to center. Unwrapping your legs nice and slowly or unpretzel yourself. Keep your knees bent and just very gently rock your knees. Side to side, you can let your hips just rock with it. Good job. And then gently come to stillness. Make your way down your mat. Come slowly down onto your back. Just rolling it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing your head onto the ground. Keep your knees bent. And this time, bring your right ankle onto your left thigh. So we're going into reclined hero pose or figure 4 stretch. It's up to you what you call it. You're going to reach, reclined pigeon pose. You're going to reach your right arm through the hole and take a hold of the back of your left thigh. And then if your hands are a little bit slippery, just clamp your calf down onto your fingers, locking your hands into place. Maybe you can flex your foot here and send your toes towards your shin. Relax your head and neck down and try to draw your right knee out and away from you. Push your lower back into the floor and just acknowledge what's going on in your right hip here for a moment. And if you feel okay, maybe you can start to hug your knee up towards your chest. And then see if you can draw the tailbone back down. So naturally, when you pull your thigh up, your bum's going to peel off of the ground. So if that happens for you, just release a little bit. Keep hugging your knees to your chest, but then try and activate to draw the tailbone and the lower back down onto the ground. So again, it's this push-pull action. You're gently pulling up with your hands, pulling thigh into chest, and gently pushing down through the lower back and tailbone, trying to anchor your lower back to the ground. Breathing for one more deep breath. Good job, guys. Gentle release of your left thigh. And then gently allow your right foot to just come down to the ground on the left side. So just dropping your knees to the left, or your left knee to the left rather, and keeping your right foot or ankle on that thigh. And you're going to just keep your gaze up to the ceiling here. Maybe you're already feeling a stretch into that outer hip, maybe not. If you are, then hang out where you are. If you're not feeling a stretch, try to open your right knee away from you. So really engaging through that thigh, drawing the thigh out. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, bring your hand to your inner thigh and just gently encourage your thigh away from you. You're going to feel that into your outer hip. Breathe nice and deeply here for another 5. Stay present with your breath. 4, keep activating with your thigh and encouraging with your hand if you like. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release. Bring your knees back to center. Unwrap and switch sides. So sole of your right foot down, left ankle onto your right thigh, foot flexed. Gently thread the needle. Try to draw your left knee open and away from you. And then take a hold of the back of your right thigh. Just hang out here for a moment. No pulling or pushing. Just hanging out, holding onto the thigh, and see if you can draw your your left knee, open and away from you. Just feel your lower back grounded here. And if you feel okay and you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, maybe starting to hug your right knee up towards your chest. And then again, starting to create that push-pull. So starting to hug your knee up into your chest and then gently pushing down through your lower back and through your tailbone, opening your left knee away from you. And just holding here, acknowledging what's going on. Breathe nice and deeply for another 5. 4, you've got this. 3, 2, stay active and aware. 1, good job, guys. Gentle release of your right thigh. And then dropping your right knee down to the right and allowing the sole of your left foot to come down onto the ground. So maybe you're feeling a hectic stretch here and you just want to hang out here. Absolutely fine. Maybe you can activate and start to actually draw your left thigh open and away from you. Maybe you feel okay and you want to actually use your hand to just encourage it a little bit deeper. It's entirely up to you. Breathing nice and deeply for 5. Feel that into your outer hip. 4, you might even feel it into your right hip. 3, stay present. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gently release. bring your knees back to center. Releasing your leg, bring both of your knees up to your chest and just take a moment to rock softly from side to side. So for those of you who are falling over to the side as you rock here, that's perfectly normal. I used to do that too. Maybe you can just open your elbows out to the side, and as you rock, you can use your elbows to just stop you from rolling over. It's a little trick I learned many years ago. So just take a moment here to really feel into your lower back. You can even let your knees move a little bit, checking in with the hips as you rock. And then come to stillness. Give your ankles some nice big circles. Spread and crunch your toes. Get rid of all those cracks and cricks and clicks. Check in with your ankles and your feet. Give yourself a nice big love. Proper hug, proper squeeze, saying to yourself, name, I love you. And then gently release your head and neck down, followed by one leg at a time. It doesn't matter which leg goes first. Extending your legs straight down against the ground, feet a little bit apart. Oh, sorry, Buddha. Feet a little bit apart, arms a little bit away from your body. Tuck your shoulder blades under your back, closing your eyes, and just allowing yourself to relax and anchor here for a moment. Really close down, shut down, disconnect from the outside. Feel the whole body relaxing. Feel your hips soften and release. Feel your back soften and release. Just allowing yourself to anchor into stillness for a moment. And then very gently wriggling your fingers and your toes. Softly bending your knees. Feel the touch of your feet pressing down against the ground. Roll softly over to whichever side feels best for you, just using your arm as a pillow for a moment. Maybe taking a nice deep breath in. A nice big sigh. Making your way gently up to seated. Legs crossed. Hands in prayer at the chest. Lift and lengthen through your lower back. Close your eyes. Exhale fully here and just empty the lungs. Take a slow, deep breath all the way in. And a nice big sigh out of the mouth. Let it go. All done. Gently bowing your head to your heart. Take a moment to honor your intention, your reason for coming onto your mat today. Honor and acknowledge yourself for your choice to be on your mat today, for choosing to show up for yourself, for choosing to be here. And take a moment to just give thanks for one beautiful blessing in your life, one great thing. Namaste.